Rapper Tory Lanez has been charged with shooting artist Megan Thee Stallion during an argument. The DA's office says Lanez, whose legal name is Daystar Peterson, shot Megan's feet during an argument in the Hollywood Hills July 12th. Arrested the night of the shooting, but was released after posting bail. He now faces 2 felony charges and is set to be arraigned Tuesday in LA. If convicted, he faces up to 23 years in prison.
Welcome back, everybody, and hello to you to another episode of the Bridge Between Us, Bridge Reacts. I'm your host, Marcus. Thank you so much for coming back to the channel to see us talk about how we can do better by ourselves, each other, togetherness, less separations, good deals, right? Today's episode, we are talking about accountability. What a topic. This needs to be spread upon multiple episodes, to be honest, but we'll for starters, this episode here, this is pertaining to the Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion case. Now, this is a drawn-out case that's been going on for forever, since 2020. The verdict came out, and the jury came to a decision that Tory Lanez is guilty, and he is serving 10 years for such alleged crime. Do I even need to say alleged anymore if he's been convicted? Who's provided us the content today? The CLR, Bruce Rivers. He is an attorney. I've seen some of his content. He makes great content. Please check out his channel. You might already prejudge me and think that I'm taking on Tory's side. I have no idea how you perceive me. This is not really about sides. This is about what's right, what's wrong. And if he was truly the individual who shot Meg, then he needs to go to jail as such. 10 years seems like a long time when you compare it to other felons and individuals who get a slap on the wrist for doing worse crimes. But if you like the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button, and hit the notification bell as well, so you're notified every time we drop another video. And I just want to say shout out to you. Shout out to all the subscribers, the viewers, anyone who has been checking out the bridge, because we've been doing pretty well recently. Hold on. That's crazy. I don't know if it's going to focus, but we have 47 subscribers, over 590 views on the last 2 episodes, The Dangers of Being a Simp, and then also The Elephant in the Room. Thank you. I really appreciate the support. A lot of comments now, likes, and I just really appreciate the engagement. So thank you. And shout out to growth, right? But here's the content. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Bruce Rivers. At 22.
Hi, this is Bruce Rivers. Welcome to another fun-filled episode of Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers, board-certified criminal defense lawyer, which means I actually try cases. I'm not just writing passports to prison. Today we're reacting to the trial of Tory Lanez. This is the shooting with Megan Thee Stallion. Tory Lanez is a Canadian rapper, and he was in a car with Megan Thee Stallion, and we kind of know what this is about, right? He's alleged to have fired his gun in her direction and said, "Dance, bitch." You know, kind of like how they do in the Wild West, you know, dance, 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 blah, blah, blah. So
I'm gonna stop it there just for a little side note. Like, doesn't that sound crazy? Like, we'll put the video clip somewhere up here. I think she was with Gail.
So I get out the car and it's like everything happens so fast. And all I hear is this man screaming. He said, "Dance," and he started shooting. And I'm just like, oh my God. And I was so scared.
In the car shooting from the car, Megan?
He is standing up over the window, shooting. And I didn't even want to move. I didn't want to move too quick. Cause I'm like, oh my God, if I take the wrong step, I don't know if he can shoot something that's like super important. I don't know if he could shoot me and kill me. Like,
were you afraid for your life at that time?
I was really scared because I had never been shot at before.
I mean, from the clip, to be honest, like, I'm not trying to take anything away from someone who is truly a victim. If you've been done wrong, especially in this very violent outcome of like someone getting shot, like it's dramatic, it's really extreme, then obviously there's a lot of emotions, a lot of feelings, a lot of things happen. There's a lot of trauma there, right? But imagine, just for 1 second, if two individuals that both did not like another individual mutually together. Something happened. There aren't really a lot of witnesses who can actually bring true hard-hitting facts. And they just kind of pin it on one person. I know it sounds crazy. A lot has happened here. There's a lot of things. If you follow the entire case, man, there's a lot of lies she told Meg. She told at the very beginning of this whole case how she was apparently trying to defend him. And if she was trying to defend him, then why did you ultimately say that, you know, it was him? And the thing is, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. We'll watch the rest of this video, but we'll get back to it. Let's go back in.
This is what I know, and I don't know the truth behind anything, so we're just going to give it to you straight what we think. The prosecution opened their case, and then the defense did their opening. You got two completely different scenarios. The prosecution is saying that Tory Lanez shot Megan Thee Stallion, and it was after he got insulted about his skills as a rapper. The defense is saying it could have been somebody else. It could have been Kelsey Harris, who was the friend who was in the backseat with Megan Thee Stallion. Defense theory is that there's some argument between those two, and it had to deal with Tory Lanez being in the pool with Kylie Jenner or Kendall Jenner. I don't know, one of the Jenner people. Who the fuck cares? Let's just kind of watch what happens with the stop. Now you can see in the lower left, Tory Lanez is laying on the ground, and all he's got on are shorts. Now, you got Megan Thee Stallion. I think she's bare naked. She doesn't have. I mean, I don't see.
Why does it say EDP 445? If you don't know, don't find out. Just.
And she got. Notice she got out of the rear passenger side seat, and that's kind of important to note because we're going to read some of the transcript later.
Standing up over the window,
Okay.
shooting.
But she's got no clothes on. He's got almost no clothes on. And now Kelsey gets out of the car, and she gets out of the driver's side rear seat. Now she's got more clothes on, but not a whole lot of. Everybody's pretty much, you know, whatever. So now, as we get into the transcripts of what happened, it's interesting to know where people were when they got pulled out of the car. So you've got.
I was just about to bring up that point. So you have the car, right? Editing Marcus put a visual of the scenario, right? So we got a car. We have the driver. The driver is the bodyguard. I think Tory Lanez's bodyguard, to be more specific. We have Tory Lanez in the passenger seat. We have the friend, Nicole. So she is Tory Lanez, one of his harem of women. Because apparently he fucked everyone in this entire scenario, but the bodyguard. Meg is behind Tory. So the girls are in the back, men are in front. Tory's in front of Meg. Keep watching.
Tory Lanez was in the front passenger seat. Megan Thee Stallion was right behind Tory Lanez, and Kelsey Harris was in the rear driver's side seat. Gunshot residue was found on Kelsey Harris, but it was also found on Tory Lanez. Here's the thing: when you fire a weapon in an enclosed vehicle, that there's no discrimination on where that gunshot residue goes. You fire the gun, and right there, it comes out the front because the bullet comes out. But so gases come out the front, but it also comes out the back.
Yeah.
You know, and the side. So you get it just goes everywhere. So
with that same logic, you have Tory that was sitting in front of Meg. Tory allegedly shot Meg. Meg is sitting behind Tory. Nicole is sitting beside Meg, diagonal to Tory, right? Diagonal. If there was a struggle for the gun, which is a part of the story, or one of the stories, the defense was saying, Tory's defense, I should say. If there was a struggle for the gun, it just went off and ricocheted or whatever, and she got hit. How in the world did the residue only get on Nicole and Tory's hands and not Meg's? If Meg was closer than, I would imagine Meg would be close. She's beside Nicole. How did the residue go all the way to Nicole and not Meg? And I'm not, once again, we're not trying to come for the victim of Meg Thee Stallion. I have my own opinion of Meg and her music, this, that, and there, whatever. Very talented individual, very talented artist. I can't stand the victim mindset. And it seems like a lot of people these days want to play the victim mindset, victim role, like it's some kind of badge of honor. I'm rambling right now, but this is to my point. So you can listen if you want. Fast forward to this time if you don't. Warriors used to be looked at as the most, what would you call a warrior or a soldier? The most admirable accolade, right? Everyone sees you, everyone's patting you on the back. You have full support because you are a soldier, a warrior. Victimhood mindset is now the new warrior. Look around, open your eyes if you don't believe me, but if you're a victim, guess what? You are coddled, you are a hero, you get opportunities, deals. You're a victim. It pays to be a victim now. So that's part of this. And I personally think, there's a little glimpse of my personal beliefs of this whole situation. I'm going to just let the rest of this video play, but I think there's a lot of accountability that can be split off onto every different direction. If this was a pie of accountability, everyone's getting a slice. Daystar Peterson, or Goodnight Moon is what I call him at this point, because he's going to be in jail for many moons. He was messing with too many people. You over here being a manhole, you just messing with all these different chicks, friends, and all that. It's just messy, bro. You just accountability right there. And if you shot her, even more accountability. Go to jail, stay in jail.
She testified that she lied. She lied a lot. She lied about how she got the injury. She lied about the fact that anybody shot anything, and she lied about, where she was and who she was doing what with. What did you find? There was an olive green handgun on the floorboard of the front passenger seat, which is where he was. Could you repeat that one more? There was an olive green handgun on the floorboard of the right front passenger seat. Was this a semi-automatic firearm? Yes, it was. Did you inspect the gun any further? So now it's important to do that, because when you fire a semi-automatic handgun, it automatically puts a round into the chamber. You keep doing it until the gun is empty. As you were rendering it safe, what did you notice about the firearm? The firearm was warm to the touch, which, if you fired it 3 or 4 times, it's going to get hot. The firearm was in at the time that you observed it. It was in the slide lock position. So they have Mr. Daystar Peterson, or Tory Lanez, sitting in the front passenger seat next to the firearm. They have Kelsey is going to testify, if she hasn't already, that Tory Lanez shot the firearm.
Another thing too, Kelsey, the friend, she was extremely quiet throughout this whole thing, and rightfully so. If I was a part of this, if I was in the car at the time, I would be like the bodyguard, disappear off the face of the earth, or like the friend Nicole, like just completely silent. Her and Meg, they were not friends because of the love square, because there's 4 people involved versus a triangle. There was a lot of shapes, and a lot of things going on. And my point is, I would be quiet about this too, but it's a little weird that, like, say for instance, someone screws you and your friend over. Now y'all both have a common enemy. Is it too crazy to think that if an accident or something just so happens to transpire at that very moment, that maybe put all the blame when there could have been accountability on multiple ends, because there was a lot of alcohol, drugs involved, emotions from everyone. A lot of people were acting up, acting crazy. Meg started talking about Tory's height in his career, I think, something like that, in the car. Everyone is going crazy. But someone, or some two, maybe not someone, some two, may have used that gun and had it out, and then they were struggling. Poof, fragments in her foot.
At Megan Thee Stallion, and told her dance bitch or something close to that. Megan did testify to that. They don't have the fragment. Evidently, it was removed from her at the hospital but not preserved. Medical records, the emergency department noted that Megan was asked repeatedly about her injuries, but she stated she never heard a gunshot and initially never even believed that there were bullets present. However, the report said the initial x-rays appear to show bullet fragments in both of her ankles. The defense is going to try to poke holes. She's saying she didn't hear a gunshot. Now she's saying she heard a gunshot. She's saying that she cut on glass and now it's a bullet. But they did pull bullet fragments up, but they didn't keep them. This is all about a love triangle, and this is what the motivation was, and the real argument. And you got kicked out of this party, and the real argument was between you and Kelsey, and Kelsey's could have been the one that shot you. You didn't see who shot you. You didn't tell the cops anybody shot you. So they're going to, anything that she lied about, the defense is hammering home. Kelsey has taken forever to get out of the car. Now, she was in there for quite a while. So could she have done something like hid the gun in the front seat or on the front passenger side? Certainly could have. So the defense certainly has piqued the interest of the jurors.
My final thoughts about this and accountability, I think it can go all different directions in this scenario, but for sure, if Daystar Peterson, Tory Lanez, if he indeed shot Meg, definitely put him in jail. 10 years is excessive, I think, for accidentally, allegedly shooting someone. But if he did say Dan's vision started shooting at her, was it attempted murder if you're going for the feet? No. Is it still extremely messed up? Absolutely. And he needs to go to jail if he really did do this. Accountability. I'm going to really crack down on Tory Lanez on this entire thing, to be fair, because it's like, you did not have to put yourself in this position. You're messing with all these different women who are not great for your career anyways. You're dealing with too many. That's what this video is about. Dealing with too many at the same time. If you were more marriage-minded, Tory Lanez, and you stuck with one woman, one good woman, maybe this wouldn't have happened to you. Tell me what you think, guys. Hopefully you liked the video. This is going to be like a one edition, the first edition of accountability, because I feel like there's going to be a lot of videos talking about this. Just kind of look at yourself, see what you could have done better in this situation, and be accountable, because we all can have done something better, even if you think you did something perfect. Maybe there's something that you could have, improved on, worked at, or corrected so you can have a better outcome. That's the whole point. Subscribe, hit that like button if you like this episode, like the show, like the channel. Hopefully you're going to be one of the newer subscribers from now to the next video. But thank you so much again for your support. It means everything. I really, really care about this. I really do want to see people be happier. Right? We want people to get along. We want to make sure that people can stay in these valful engagements, strong support, community, working class, so we can be better economy too. If you care about money, then this is for you as well, right? Until the next time, you guys have a nice one. See ya.